In celebration of the 4th of July, NPR tweeted the entire Declaration of Independence. And a whole bunch of people responded by declaring their independence from intelligence.
Some Trump supporters didn't recognize the words from one of the nation's founding documents. They thought NPR was promoting propaganda and inciting violence. One person tweeted, "So NPR is calling for revolution. Interesting way to condone the violence while trying to sound patriotic."
Yes, devoted patriots getting riled up because they don't recognise their own country's founding document. It's a little like getting mad because your girlfriend said your name in bed. Like Jim? Who the f***'s Jim? Oh, I thought you were. Well, I am, but there's a lot of Jims. But it's okay. It's okay. The great thing about this country is you're allowed to say stupid things. It's written right into the Constitution. America's other most misunderstood document. Americans love freedom of speech, but the truth is, the First Amendment is a lot like a vagina. It's beautiful and complicated, and angry guys on the internet have no idea how it works. And some women too. If you haven't had an orgasm by age 40, maybe you should take some responsibility. Let's take a closer look at the First Amendment in a segment we call, Well, I Don't Know About That. To begin with, there are a lot of people out there who believe the First Amendment allows them to spread hate speech. Well, I don't know about that. Oh, no, apparently that is true. The Supreme Court has a long history of ruling in favour of arseholes. In 1969, they defended a Klan member's right to threaten minorities and the government. In 1992, they ruled in favour of teenagers who burn a cross on a black family's lawn. And they've upheld the Westboro Baptist Church right to protest soldiers' funerals with anti-gay signs. Look how happy she is. Now there's a lady who knows how to enjoy her First Amendment rights. What I'm trying to say is the First Amendment means you can say whatever you want, but it doesn't mean that other people have to like it. Last month, a professor at the University of Delaware was fired for sharing her opinions about Otto Warmbier, the American student who died after being imprisoned in North Korea.
University of Delaware professor Catherine Detweiler says Warmbier, the student who died Monday after being held captive in North Korea, quote, got exactly what he deserved.
University of Delaware, which is a private institution, but receives public funding. The fact that that person was fired also may have a lawsuit because of the violation of First Amendment rights.
Well, I don't know about that. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequence. It just means that you can't be imprisoned or beaten into a coma by the government for mocking a kid who was imprisoned and beaten into a coma by the government. Companies are certainly allowed to fire people for what they say. If you're okay with that Milo guy losing his book deal, then you have to admit it's fair for someone to be fired for a tweet. Being a bigot or making a poorly received jokes are equally fireable offences. So if you're going to make a bad joke at the office, get your money's worth. Make it as racist as possible. The First Amendment lends itself to a lot of ambiguous situations like these. The Supreme Court recently granted a trademark to an Asian American rock band, allowing them to use the name The Slants. But the ruling has also seen a victory for other controversial trademarks like the Washington Redskins. Of course, the difference is the Slants are Asian and the Redskins aren't Native American. Nobody says, "Have you met our new running back?" Running back. How does he get his helmet on? It just seems like such an impractical bit of headwear for sports or for going out. I don't know. Now, the court is about to hear a case involving America's favourite free speech mascot, the homophobic wedding cake guy.
Another major case the Supreme Court will consider next term is whether a Denver baker broke the law by refusing to sell a wedding cake to a gay couple because of his religious beliefs. The owner claims compelling him to make cakes for same-sex couples violates his First Amendment right to free speech.
Well, I don't know about that. Why is it always people who work in the wedding industry that don't want to serve gay customers? Like you're a florist or you make cake. Gay people love those things. Here's some other jobs you shouldn't do. Don't be a choreographer. Don't be a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race. It's not for you. Oh, you won't sell cake to same-sex couples. What's next? A sex shop that won't sell to the gays? Oh, I got into this business to stop sodomy once and for all by plugging all the butts up. Of course, I believe that the First Amendment must be protected. But freedom of speech comes with the equally important responsibility to know when to shut the f*** up. The First Amendment means you can say whatever you want. It doesn't guarantee that I have to listen to you. You can call me a cunt, I'll call you a cunt. You don't have to come to my house, I don't have to come to your house. You can f*** off, I'll f*** off. And that's the kind of freedom we should celebrate in this country every day. And not just the 4th of July. So look at me. F*** off, America. And I'm allowed to say that. And I'm thankful I am.